Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Chickson's Garage. I'm Chris, aka Chickson, and here we are in my garage. Now, I know it's been a while since I've done a video, probably a month or so, and there's a good reason. I've been pretty busy, but I want to get back on the video grind, and I'm going to start off right now with fixing my Subaru. So, if y'all remember from the end of the winter series, my car crapped out and it just kind of, I don't know what's wrong with it entirely, but I'm hoping to do some maintenance on it that I was scheduling anyways for the end of the series, and then I'm going to try to troubleshoot it when it's done. So for those of you who didn't watch that, the problems that I'm seeing right now in the car are super rough idle, and when I was racing it just started losing power and the engine was dying out.
I think we can get through the course.
I think so too. Oh man, this keeps dying, bro. Now, I kind of have some theories about what it might be. I'm getting some error codes for my oxygen sensors, the front and rear one, which is kind of weird that they would both fail, but that's neither here nor there. Some other maintenance I had scheduled was to reseal all the gaskets because I had bad valve cover gaskets that were leaking into the spark plugs, which might contribute to the rough idle. And I say might very generously because it's probably one of the contributions. So right now, I'm draining the coolant, about to drain the oil, and then I'm going to start removing parts so that I can pull the heads off the car with the motor in the engine bay. So I saw a cool video about that. I kind of will show you what you have to do. You're going to have to remove a bunch of stuff, and yeah, just stick around. We're going to try to get this bad girl back on in racing shape. So cheers. Okay, so we've made some progress right now in the car. You guys can look at the engine. We're missing a radiator and a battery. Right here, radiator, battery. Got that guy drained and pulled. Draining the oil right now. There's my dirty oil gloves. And disconnected the battery. Got that thing sitting over there. So now next step is I'm gonna pull the air box, all of this stuff, get that out of the way, and then we'll start removing these brackets here, alternator, AC right here. I think we can leave this here. I'm pretty sure we can. And to be honest, I don't even know if I need to pull the AC. Actually, yeah, I definitely have to. And then once we get this stuff out of the way, get these belts off, we can start pulling off this timing belt cover here. We can also start to remove all of this from on top of the engine, and then that'll give us access to what's below. Then pull the spark plugs out, and yeah. So still some more stuff to go. Stay tuned. Okay, here's another progress update. Take a look. We got rid of the air intake on top. Battery's gone. Here's our windshield washer fluid. Alternator's out. The AC is ready to go. It's loose. Now the trickiest part is getting this bolt here, and then there's one more that goes into this little bracket. This bracket sits below the AC, and this guy's a pain in the ass to get. This one is a pain to get, so you're probably gonna struggle there. If you have like swivel head or like something that can kind of bend around, because you get caught on this like probably vacuum line. I don't know what line this is, but you get caught right here, and then there's this like little metal piece here. It kind of just a lot of interference to get the bolt down in there out. So that's a struggle spot. And my little tip is any of the screws I take out, I just re-thread them where they go. So I have that one there, that one there. This guy's here. These dudes are back in their places. Like this one, just to keep track of everything. It's pretty helpful. So next steps, I'm gonna pull this out of the way. I'm gonna pull out these spark plug pull out the spark plugs. And if you want to do your spark plugs, getting rid of this stuff here, that gives you access to get into these tunnels here to get your spark plugs out. So I'm gonna pull those and we'll take a look at that. Okay, and so getting this spark plug out here, it's pretty tricky. You gotta have kind of 2 extension pieces. So once you start backing it out enough, you're gonna remove this half so you have more clearance, but you need the extra clearance so you can get down into the tube, and then it'll obviously bash into this at a certain point. So then when you get it far enough out, you'll remove that end and then just use only this part here. So about to pull these guys out, I'll show you the process. See, now I got the shortened length. Maybe I jumped the gun on that transition. There we go. This should give us enough. And as y'all can see, we have oil on the spark plug, and that's the main reason why I'm going to do this reseal here, because we got leaky valve cover gaskets. I guess, to be honest, it's really not too bad. There's not that much oil on this one. Maybe some of the other ones would be worse. Alright, so I think I'm at a good place to stop for the day. I got a couple more things done. I'll give you guys a look at that. So I pulled the fuel lines from here, put them in there, pulled some of the vacuum lines, brake booster, vacuum line, and another vacuum line back here. Next thing up, we're gonna continue to pull. I think I do have to pull the power steering, and I'll just set that over to the side. And I need to start getting this off the top of the engine. Still need to do some more research on what I'm doing, but tomorrow I'll come back down here and make some more progress, so I'll continue to make this video. I think it's a good start for the first day. Couple hours work, and it's already looking pretty empty in here. Got the spark plugs out. They all had a little bit of oil on them, but nothing too crazy. Kind of have them down here. So, yeah. To be continued. Alright, here we are, day 2, working on the car. So I have a little bit of a better idea of what I'm going to do. I watched some YouTube videos yesterday, so the plan today is quite simple. We're going to pull our ignition coil pack off, disconnect these guys. I'm going to disconnect the power steering so I can pull that out of the way. Once I disconnect this, I can pull the spark plug sensors with that, and then we'll start unbolting our intake from the top, or manifold, or whatever that's called. And then the fun stuff happens, because then we can start taking our timing belt case off the cover and then removing the timing belt, and yeah, we're just gonna make something happen. And then you guys can see how dirty this engine block is, so I think this will be a good time to clean a lot of this. And the engine bay is dirty from rallycross, so we'll do some cleaning at some point after everything's pulled out. So I'll give y'all an update once I get some more progress. All right, even more progress. We undid these 3 bolts here, disconnected these connectors, got the power steering pushed over to the side. All the lines are still connected. And then we unbolted the 3 bolts up top for the coil pack, undid this bolt for the bracket here, this bolt for the bracket here, and we left this where your throttle lines are. We left that, I left that there. So now we've got a lot of access, time to start unbolting these bad boys and pull this puppy off. So stay tuned, a lot of good progress happening. And you can really see how dirty, oh my gosh, this is so filthy. So I will be cleaning this also. I can make a video on that too. Okay, another major update. We got the intake off down here, and I was able to unbolt where this connector bracket is and just take the full harness assembly with it, so I didn't have to mess with unplugging some of these other connectors. I unplugged more than I needed to though. I could have left that one in, this one, but we got it off, and you can really see how nasty this is. So I'm about to just vacuum as much of this dirt as I can, and then I'm going to start cleaning this engine before I start taking the rest of this off. Before I take the timing belt off, I just want to have a clean work surface up here. And I only messed up 1 connector, so yeah, this guy's not supposed to be that way. Don't know what that is for, but I'm going to look into that, and that could be another source of problems in the car. So yeah, all in all, this is definitely going a lot better than I expected for myself. So certified YouTube mechanic for the win. Okay, so I'm at a stopping point for this day and for the weekend, really. So this will be the first video in my Subaru repair series. I think we made some good damage here. We got everything off the top of the engine out of the way, everything in front out of the way, all of our stuff on the sides cleared. I have all my bolts still in their spots, so I haven't lost anything yet. Don't plan on it, so you know, I threw some shop rags in these intake holes because I'm gonna go through and start cleaning. And you can see behind all this dirt there is metal. So next episode I'm gonna continue to clean the engine. I'm gonna get this nice and clean. I know I've abused the car and I've rallied it and got it dirty, but there's so much grime and filth on here that wasn't from me. So this car just needs a lot of love, and I'm gonna go through, clean it up, and then once that's done, we'll start to pull the cylinder heads off, and I'm gonna go find a shop to resurface them and then reseal everything. So stay tuned. We're gonna fix the Subaru. We're gonna get back on the racetrack in July. So let's go.